Matt's first. Hey, David. Is it the first time you joined one of my streams? Yipper. I don't remember seeing you in a stream before. It's like, what the hell's on my shirt? And I remember I shaved. All the little hairs from the shaver. Ah, a stalker. Or what do they call that in chat? Lurkers. That's it. A lurker. Hello, RC Modeling. Happy, happy victims. Yummy, tasty victims. Ow. Thank you. Just checking the spam folder real quick. All junk. Delete all spam. Hey. I finally got around to making the custom toolboxes for Logan and his boss, and they came out very well. So I did Logan's in red. Red, white, and blue. I just have to finish printing the drawers themselves. I haven't printed those yet. And, it really blows me away how nice the multicolor is. And if you're not doing like a full-on color waddle, if you're just adding surface layer color, very little waste. Then for his boss, hers is in black and white. And then I do white drawers. And as usual, this all assembles without any kind of fasteners or glue. Everything just clicks together with filament through the hinges. So that turned out real nice. I printed the wrong side panel, so I got to reprint the side panels. I was experimenting with ways of retaining the drawers so they don't fall out. And um, the method I tried didn't work, but I accidentally printed those side panels, so I got to reprint them. Basically, you can't see it on here. Oh, actually, I still have them. Hit undo, I think. There they are. So what I did is I added these little stops right here. And then the idea is the drawer would be thinner and also have a stop. So you'd flex it to push them in, but it didn't work. So when the drawer tilts down, it wedges itself out. Well, that didn't work too well. So I went back to the. Now I know. Oh my God, I can't stop yawning. Now I know why I have two. I have the ones with the stops, ones without stops. Hello, David from the UK, and Supra from Florida. For some reason, the my drawer handles are printing too loose. I'm not sure why. It's really annoying. I mean, theoretically, it's an easy fix. I use several different printers to print these. Those two boxes, I use the Bamboo A1. So you can see here. Oh, that needs to be like that. There we go. So it's printing two more drawers. So yeah, there's also variety. So you can see you have the front panel, top panel, and then the two double hinges. So that's these two panels here, and these parts here, the double hinges. Then each drawer is one of these, and then this is the pull for the drawer. This is the back panel here. So that's this panel right here. And then of course you have your side panels, which are these panels here, your bottom plate, and then this all assembles. So there we go. So here's the cool part. If I take this, I grab it, I take you, I grab you, each piece of filament, and there's one more piece right here. And here we go. This now is detachable. You see they all interlock. So these two tabs and these two tabs back here, they all overlap each other so that when you install these pieces, and the pieces install in a particular order so that you hide a lot of these holes. And then you just take your filament and you stick it through, and that locks all the pieces together. And there you go. Now it doesn't come apart. Now it's all locked together. I also have a bottom drawer which adds more drawers. These are the locking pegs so that the drawers can attach to each other. Um, the drawer opens up just like the one you can buy does. Mine also folds back. You can fold it behind you like that. You have your top drawer, and then you have your three pull-out drawers. And you can get different size drawers. So if you have taller items, came out real nice. And it's all free. You just print the parts, no glue, no screws, no fasteners, no nothing. The only catch is don't use PLA filament for the hinges. The The moment you straighten out a piece of PLA, you fracture the surface, and eventually that piece of PLA is going to absorb moisture, um, and that piece of PLA will shatter, and so eventually your toolbox will fall apart. So make sure you use anything besides PLA. So actually silk PLA might work. Silk PLA is surprisingly strong. I'll have to see if silk gets brittle. Has anybody ever broken silk in the Bowden tube? If you've broken silk in the Bowden tube, then don't do it. But otherwise, use PLA or ABS or something like that, or Petchy, I mean, because Petchy doesn't shatter. At least the filament itself doesn't shatter. And use that for the hinge retention, or the um actually, there's something else I want to work on. I want to one of you guys came up with a great idea of printing a large, what the hell? Oh, I think it's page 2. Yes. Um, Come on. So, of making a large maker chip like this, a big one to wear around your neck like a hype chain, and then to have a dispenser on the back to hand out your maker coins. And I added that, something, it would also be pretty cool if you could store maker chips in this as well. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to turn this into a storage container. So we come here into Tinkercad and paste. So first we're just going to scale it up. So 250. Okay. Okay. Is this all joined together? No, I didn't think so. Ah, but that is. Okay. All right, now we need to adjust all the scaling here. You got it. Um, I need to adjust all the scaling here to let's see here. Let's hide this. Let's do that. Control D. Let me guess, I missed it. No, I actually got it all. I think. Not what I wanted. Dirtbag. So we take this. We change the color to something stupid like that, so we can join it with this one and do that. Okay. Okay. Actually, I can print that all as one piece. Yeah, I can print that all as one piece. So now I should be able to take this, 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 and this, and lift it. Why did you do that? And this. And this. There we go. Okay. Now we take this. And we join it with this. Okay. Now, ideally, I would separate this into two compartments. And one compartment would be a dispenser, and another compartment would be a repository to hold on to maker chips that other people give me. Okay. Think about how I want to do this. Okay. So if I duplicate this, and lift it up, what the hell is that? Let's clean this up. Okay. Okay. Let me bring you out here, and then over here. And join. Okay. What the heck is all that? It must just be poking through. Now, it should be 250 by 250. Yeah. 250 by 250. Make it 40 millimeters thick, so it'll be almost 2 inches thick. Let's do it in a line on you, center, and center. Okay. Okay. Now, how do I want to make this work? Let's join this as a bundle. Put the work plane here. Drop it. Okay. Now, if I just want to make this into a piggy bank, that's easy. But the trick is, how do I also store it in here? Why can't I do this? It's so annoying when it does that. Not what I asked you to do. There we go. Now we take this, this, and this, and this, and we bundle it. Let's do the same thing down here. We take the orange, the magenta, and the gray, and we bundle it. Okay. All right, so storage is easy. Hmm. Now, one thing I was thinking of is a way to have an automatic dispenser so that you would feed this one of your maker coins, and in exchange it would give you one of my maker coins. Now, the one way I could do that is I could have a like a scissor path going through the center. Think like a soda machine. And then the opening at the bottom would be a slightly tight fit for a maker coin so it wouldn't fall out on its own. However, if you pushed a maker coin into the top, it would push all the rest of them that are in here until it ejected one out the bottom, which would be one of mine. But then this could only be one layer thick, one maker coin thick. And how many could you fit inside of that space? I'm not sure. Hmm. Yeah, think about that. How do I want to do that? Okay. Control D. Okay. Align. Center. Center. Cut. Okay. We'll take this. It's 40 millimeters, right? So 43 by 8. Really? There we go. Let's add a little bit of radius. There we go. There's a slot that'll allow me to install maker chips. Okay. Now we need to put screw holes. Let's do 4x4. Okay. This is 235, 15. So 7.5 on a side. That should be enough. So you and you align on you there. And then if we do an align on you here, this should be 7.5 thick, which means I want this 3.25 up. This is 4, so that's 2 millimeters. So that means I need to move it up 1.5. Not what I asked you to do. Minus 1.5. Okay, that is centered. Okay. How tall is this? Okay, Control D. Bring you up here. Wrong tool. Five by five. And we align on this tool. Align here, center, and center. Okay, drop. Okay. Hide you temporarily. Grab you. Join. Bring it all back. Okay. Let's duplicate. Bring you up here. We're going to duplicate. 120. Duplicate again. All right. Delete the tools. There's the screw holes. We can put 3 screws in it. Take this. Drop. All right. Now we need another hole on that one. So this is going to be 12 by 12. And we're going to go down 1 millimeter. Minus 2 millimeters. And then we're going to align you on you. Align here. Center. Center. Okay. And we take this and we duplicate it and we duplicate it. We can put one here. There and there. Then we grab the other one. We attach it to this one. here and here. There we go. We grab this, this, and this, and we join them together. Okay. Yeah, that should be thick enough. Maybe not. Let's go up one. One. Yeah. Hmm. That's pretty thin. Let's thicken it up a little bit. Yeah, I like that. 5. Okay. All right. Now we take this, hide it. We take this, we unjoin it, and we make the 3 insert holes a part of the orange. There we go. We take these 3. Oh, that has to change. These have to be separated. Because the 5mm holes are part of the orange, the 4mm holes are part of the gray. Take these, join them, make them part of the orange, and join that. There we go. Join those. And then we're gonna, oh, I think I forgot to rejoin these. We're gonna bundle group those. Then we're gonna hide it. And then we're gonna take this, join that. All right, now we have the screw holes into our unit. Okay. So now 3 screws, and this comes apart. Hmm. Now, if I were smart, what I would actually do is put the screw holes on the back. But then I would have to print this inverted. And I don't think that's going to print well. So I think this needs to go on the top. There's not much I could do about that. Okay. Alrighty, now I need to stand. $240 by 40. By that high. About that high. Let's do a duplicate. All right. Ooh. Okay. A line on you and you. I need a stand for the table. Okay. You and you. Okay. You and you. A line on you. Center. Why does that not look centered anymore? Did I shift it somehow? Yep. Okay. No. Okay. All right. We do this. 3 by 3. Okay. Let's hide this for now. Take you and you. And we're going to align on you. Center and this way center. And this way center. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. This is going to be a 5 by 5, 5 by 5. And put you here, here, here. Do this line here and here. I got to grab that somehow. Right there. And invert it. Let's do 5 millimeters. Okay. And then go this way all the way. That goes all the way that way. And then we put another circle on top. This one's 12 by 12. You and you. Realign on you. No. This one and this one. Okay. So this gets aligned with this. Join those two. These two I want to bundle. Okay. Good. Now I bring back this. Here comes the tricky part. You be like that big. Okay. So we take you and you. Align on this one. This is what we call a master ring. So I can then do this. So duplicate. And if I go out here like this, and then do it again, but go the other way. There we go. Now I can delete these. Now I can ungroup these. There we go. That creates the hole. Actually, I can make that quite a bit bigger if I want to. Okay. You and you join with you. There. Now these two screw holes will screw into the other screw hole in the base, and now it'll stand up. Okay. I wonder, can I radius the pyramid? No. Ow. But I know how to radius a pyramid. Sort of. I cheat. Okay. This is 240 by 73.7. Really? .7. And then width, that's the best I can get. Okay. We do that. Okay. This was 240, right? Yeah. 240. Okay. Now we take a square and ram it through like this. Hole. Oop. Let's drop that down a bit. Okay. Join. Still not what I want. There we go. Join. Turn that into a hole. And then we do this. There. Now we have nice rounded corners. That doesn't look right. Why does that look wrong? I miss old outside vlogs. Oh, working on the house? I can't post those anymore. I mean, I maybe at some point I could post mundane videos of me working on the house, but I can't post projects of me working on the house because the local planning and zoning board actually uses Google Maps and uses people's own Nextdoor and YouTube videos to see what they're doing to their house. And then if they see a violation, they issue you a violation notice. So because of that, I can't do that kind of stuff of my own house because I just can't risk having to pay violations. Why is that not aligned? That should be aligned. Yeah, it sucks, but what can you do? You know? You and you. Okay. Let me take the two of you. Yeah, so I can't risk it. There's too much chance that they can screw me over with that kind of stuff. All right, let's shrink this in. Shrink this in. Uh-huh. There we go. That looks better. And then we take this and this, and we align on this, and we are centered. Okay. You and you align on you. Of course, it's over here. There. Nice. Now I have a nice little stand. I wonder. I could probably cut that a little more. Yeah. Let's put a ball in here. Increase the steps. Turn it into a hole. You have a good one too, David. Okay. How do I want to handle this? I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. Align. Duplicate. Take you and you. Join. And take you. Rotate it 180. And join. Very nice. I like that. Cassandra. Yeah, I think I like that. I'm not a fan of that. I'd like this to be a bit more mellow. Yeah, I think I like that better. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I like that better. Come on. There it is. Alrighty. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. All right. Hey Cassandra, when you get a chance, could you send me the name in Discord of the that glitter black filament you used? I know this is Polymaker magenta. This is just white. This is just orange. But this charcoal glitter filament you used, I don't know which one that was. Oh, I make sure I get the exact same filament because I really like it. Mm. So the idea here is to make a big container to hold. Yeah, that's right. They were blues. I think oh. Actually, this has to be modified. Yeah. So this is going to want to be modified to be like this. I just need this to be a little bit square so that when it does the bridging, it'll be more consistent. Just like that. There we go. Okay. I should be able to just do this. I didn't want that to be all together. There we go. So let's do this and then unselect this. I did notice that it was a bluish tint. One almost looked like a greenish tint almost. Either which way, they're beautiful. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Ew. Yuck. There we go. Select everything. Deselect that. It means I also want to modify this. Okay. That means I need to do this again. That means I need to do this again. Line on you, you, and you. I need to split you. You, Control D, bring it with you. Okay. Why can't I pick that? You and you. Okay. That's so I can put it around my neck as well. Select all of you. Unselect you. Okay. There. That's a good way of holding maker chips. What would be a good way of dispensing maker chips? Hmm. I gotta think about this. Hmm. Okay. I should be able to fit like 100 of them in here. How do I dispense them? I mean, I could have a cylinder inside the Actually, that's stupid. What am I doing? I am not using my head. not what I wanted you to do. Why would you do that? Why would you grab everything? All I gotta do is make this the top. And now I don't need this either. All I have to do is put this on the top. And now no bridging is required. Because the lid's going to screw right on top of that. Duh. That's really kind of a duh. Okay. That eliminates that bridging. Thank you. Okay. So, three modified truss head screws will screw that in. I have a screw base that I can screw into the bottom to allow me to put this on my table. And then I can also have screw holes on the side here so I can connect, for example, one of these big silly hype chains to it. Now, what would be cool is if I could dispense maker coins from this. Like if there's a button and I could push the button and get one maker coin out of it. Um, I could think of a couple ways to do it. Hmm. I could have a lanyard attached here with a little pusher stick. I could have a slot right here through the front. And when you stuck the pusher stick into the slot, it would push a maker coin out the back. So when someone wanted a maker coin, I could just take the pusher stick and go shoot and pop a maker coin right out the back. That would not be that hard. Um, let's hide this again. That would necessitate a couple of changes. Why can't I pick that? Why won't it pick that? It refuses to select that. There you go. I don't know why that was so hard. So this is going to be like 44. Okay. So that means everything else needs to go up by 2. Take you and you 2. That keeps everything in the center. Okay. Here. Okay, that makes it a separate piece. Good. Now, if I take you, I make you 44 wide and 42 tall, 44 tall. Okay. Take you and you. Align you center. Okay. Now we take this and we go down to here. We take this and we go up to here. I'll take care of that later. Let's fix that now. Okay. Align. Another master ring. Okay. Duplicate. Will that work? Yes, that will work. Just barely. Because now I'm going to need 2 entry points. Join. Join. There we go. Let's delete that. Let's get all this again. Except we're going to deselect this and this. Join. Because I'm going to block these 2 halves. So I got to be able to stick in maker coins from both sides. Now, we take this. We duplicate it. We raise the height. Turn it into a hole. And we're going to make this 41. You and you. Align on you. Here. Two oh seven. Okay. Like that. Do that. Okay. Now, how big are these coins? Are they 4 millimeters? Why doesn't that come to the front page? It's really annoying. I think it's 4. No, 5. 6. No, definitely not. Where the hell's the coins? What the fuck? Well, it's got to be page 1. Yeah. There it is. Chip single. It is 3 millimeters thick. Okay. So we take this, we uncouple it, we duplicate this, create this, couple it again. We're going to make this 3.1. Let's make it 3.2. And we're going to shove it all the way through like that. Let's do it 3.5. Except we're going to make it 39.8. That means the hole is technically too small, but that's okay. We'll shave away the hole until we get the friction fit we want. Line on you. Center. Okay. I should be able to make that 4 millimeters. Okay. Duplicate. $38. 3.8. Hang on. You. I need to shift you. Negative 0.1. Negative 0.05. Okay. Then we take this, we control D it. We bring it up through here like this. So we have one for that half and one for this half. Okay. Now we take this, deconstruct this gray, and this piece here gives us our hole. Okay. That one, that one, that one. Hang on. Bundle. Okay. Oh, yeah. I forgot that's recessed. No, that shouldn't matter. Oh, yeah, I gotta move this up 4 millimeters. 4. Okay. That should just touch underneath. Yes. Okay. So now I take this and I separate it. And I take this And this join there. Okay. Okay. This has to be 3. Otherwise, it'll put 2 coins. Okay. Now let's add a wedge. Okay. Not what I wanted. Even though it's what I clicked, it's not what I wanted. Okay. What? Control D. Flip. Okay. Put a work plane here. Drop. Okay. Why can't I put it there? God, it's such a pest sometimes. Okay. Okay. There we go. We have a beveled shape. Actually, this one doesn't require a bevel on both sides. It only requires bevel on one side. Hello, Cyber Bob. I'm working on that idea when you came up with the idea to make a big dispenser. I'm working on that. Okay. Hang on, I'll show you in a second what I come up with. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Theoretically, yes. In fact, good idea. I should make this into parts. Once I get it working, I'll make it into parts so anybody can use it. Okay. There. Drop. Let's do that. Let's do this. Yeah. Let's do this. 40 by 40. And then let's do this. Then let's do this. Then let's do this. We want to do here and here. There we go. No! Why'd you do that, dirtbag? Why are you selecting everything on the goddamn screen? God, that's one bug I wish they'd fix. All right, here's our little pusher sled. Okay. So the way this will work is this is empty space to hold maker coins you collect from other people. There's two spots for you to slide those maker coins into. So you'll have two holes on the top here. And the reason for two holes is because they're probably not going to slide underneath here very well. So one side's probably going to jam up and fill up first. And so you'll want to be able to fill the other side. Then you have this thing here. You take the three screws out. And I gotta see if I can work on a way of doing that without screws. I gotta see if I can figure out how to do that without screws. For now, it's gonna screw together. You'll fill this like a Pringles can. This will fill with your maker coins, like that. So that'll fill with your maker coins. And you notice there's a hole in the front here, and there's a hole on the back here. See right there? I just realized that I am really, really dumb. This does not have to have the same width. In fact, I do not want this to be able to get out. So 35. I want to make sure they cannot get out the front. There we go. I should have thought of that. Let's bring this down. More angle, more angle, more angle. You and you join. There we go. Nope, that's still not right. Would you deselect, God damn it? What the hell, man? Oh, yeah. Okay. You and you join. You join. There we go. That's what I want. Right. Now, you can all be bundled together. All right. So, you would fill this like a Pringles can with your maker coins. Then this would sit on top and get screwed in place. And you could either sit this on your table. Why won't you move? Damn it. So here's a table mount. 2 screws go into the bottom. Now this will sit up right on your table. You also have 2 screw holes on the left and the right, so you can put a strap and wear this like around your neck, like a hype chain kind of thing. And then as you're walking around, you would have I'm gonna put another. Well, you can use one of these screw holes when you're not using it for something else for the stand, and this would attach to it. So let's adjust the size of this. So this is going to be 34. Align, center, cut. All right. This is your pusher shuttle. We'll put a handle on that. Um, but I haven't decided on a handle yet. Probably put a cat head. Um, so you take this and you shove it into this slot right here. This slot is too small for a maker coin to come out of. This slot is the right size for a maker coin. Um, yep, this is the right size for a maker coin, but it's just a hair small, 0.1 millimeters. So what you'll do is you'll take a file or a knife and you'll adjust this so that it friction fits a maker coin. So you'll be able to push one through, but they won't fall out on their own. And that's it. You'll now be able to take this little shuttlecock and shove it through the slot and go blink, and out will pop one of your maker coins from the back that you can give to whoever you're talking to. And then when they give you a maker coin, you just drop it into one of these slots here, and this can fill up with maker coins. Now, probably if you're going to be really really busy, it might actually be worth having 2 slots and making this thicker. So having this be doubled, and you'll have 2 pusher slots and 2 receiver slots on the back, and then make this thicker and have this single entry point here in the middle, and then a little divider here, so the coins will spread on both sides. The problem is this is already 250, and that's pretty big. Uh, I think this is 240. So if that's 240, how many coins is that? Oh, to hold 80 coins. That's a decent number of coins. Yeah, that's a pretty decent number of coins. Now, something I might do is I could make these slots instead of holes. And so you would just slot these two in like pins, and then you'd only have one screw down here to lock it all together. But I'm wondering if that's necessary. It might not be necessary at all. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. You'd print this as one piece, then you'd print this as one piece. And of course, you'd print the shuttlecock, and then you'd also print your base stand for your table. Now, if this is something that you want to leave at the table, I could also reverse it so that the maker coin comes out the front, and then all you have to do is put your hand on top of it and go and pop out a maker coin for whoever you're going to give it to. But then again, for at your table, I would make this without the holes and without the receiver for your own coins. This way, it'll just hold a whole bunch of maker coins and just make two of them, one to carry with you and one to leave at your table. Yeah, that's probably the smarter move. These are chamfered so that these should slip into the hole a little bit better. Probably gonna wanna buffer these too. Okay, duplicate. Take you and you, join, and take you, rotate you 180, and join. There we go. Now let's unjoin. Align it all up, just because I can. Make this a pair, and rejoin. Just so it's neater in the future. There's your nice little shuttlecock, which should be the bevels and the curve for the coin should help it slide into this hole nice and easily and help it to engage the coins inside and shove the coin out the back. That should work. Yeah, that should work. Let's temporarily join, drop, unjoin. There we go. Good. And there's a little bevel so the coin will guide itself out the hole. Can you think of anything else I need? Let's clean this up a bit. Control D. Split. Delete you. Delete you. Delete you. Here, kitty kitty. Exactly. Okay. Let's stick you approximately there. Well, the pusher is going to have a lanyard and it's going to attach to one of these holes. So you can't lose it. That's the whole point. So as you can see here, I'm making a little head. Let's go 88 by 88. There we go. All right. Let's chop off a little bit of this since it's getting in my way. Okay. Three. And 3. Okay. So duplicate, hole, join, join, and 4 by 4. Screw that, 5 by 5. Wait for what? What would you need wait for? Just out of curiosity. The point of this weight here, this is so you can grab onto it. Oh, I don't want to do that. There we go. So there's my little pusher stick. It's got the cat on both sides, just because, why not? Oh, that did not work right. There should not be orange there. There we go. It did not cut all the way through. That would have been bad. There. So that would attach to like that hole right there and just dangle. And you would just reach down, grab it, and shove it through and pop out one of your maker coins. Um, this is just to make it decorative so it's not so plain. You could just leave it a plain stick if you want, but my hands tend to need something to grip. So I figure make it something nice, like make it match this. Yeah, 4 pieces. So This would print as its own piece. This would print as its own piece. This would print as its own piece, and this would print as its own piece. Okay. I'll make another version without this cavity and without these slots, and that'll be just for on my table for people who want to give me a maker coin. No, this is the base. That's the base right there. If you want to table mount it, if you want to put this on a table, and you don't need this if you're going to carry it around your neck. Very nice. I like it. Maybe I'll come up with a way to not have to use screws, but the fact that it holds 80 of your own maker coins, you might actually be better off just making 2 of these and bringing them with you. I'm trying to think of any other way to secure this. I can think of a few ways to secure it, but it would be a lot of work. Oh boy, would it be a lot of work. I mean, it might be worth it in the end, but I don't know. For example, I could have registration points along here that this would latch into, so it'd be screws like this, except for example, this would be a slot instead of a hole, so that you wouldn't have to screw and unscrew the screw. It would just slot right into place. And then you would have some kind of attachment buckle or latch or something to attach at the top. So like here, there'd be some kind of a latch or a buckle. Um, you'd actually I could just do 3 latches too. I could just do 3 latches around the thing, and you could do it that way too. Let's see what's available. Box. There we go. Probably something like this. You know, I think Petchy is compliant enough to do something like that. Ooh, that's interesting. Hmm. If I don't mind a little extra work, I can also make a bayonet. Yeah, the black part's a base. This part here is the base. So let me show you. Let's join this together into a group. There you go. So it looks like that. So that's what it looks like sitting on your table. And there's 2 recessed screw holes for the modified truss head screws that go right into the box. Hmm. I can't think of any other improvements for now. Hmm. Hey, 3D Medic, check it out. So this is a 250 millimeter maker coin case of my own maker coin. The back half is one piece. The front half is screwed on with 3 screws. Inside, you have space on both sides here for maker coins you get from other people. And then in the center here, there's enough space to stick 80 of your own maker coins, like Pringles can. So you'd fill this with your own maker coins. Then you'd use the shuttlecock here. This slot's too small for the maker coins, and this slot is the right size for the maker coins. It's too small by 0.1 millimeters. This way there's a little bit of a friction fit. And what you do is you take a file, you'll adjust this until there's enough for you to be able to shove a maker coin through that hole, but not enough for them to fall out that hole on their own. You then take your shuttlecock, shove it into this opening, and it will shove a coin out the back. So now you have one thing you can wear around your neck that will allow you to give out maker coins and receive them. You can also table mount this. I made a little mount. There's the appropriate screw holes. There's screw holes here on the side for your head, for your either a shoulder strap, a neck chain. I'll probably print like one of those hype chains just because why not? Man, that's annoying. But yeah, not bad. I think. I think I like it. I mean, the only way I could think of to make it better would be if I either if I had the front of the maker coin either attached by threads or attached by bayonet or friction clip, you know, like this kind of clip here, like a friction clip. where it just works by compliance. And then I won't need the screws. Hmm. No, I'm not the greatest at designing mechanical things like this. Well, I could design it, but actually making it are two different things. Um, I was also thinking that I could push the maker coin out from the side. So have no opening on the front. And this shuttlecock would have a 45-degree angle in it right here. And you would shove it in through a slot on the side here. And when you shoved it in on the side, it would be right here. It would come through the side right here. Now, the purpose of that would be I could build the shuttlecock into the box. So you would just push in and retract the shuttlecock, but it would stay part of the box. And then the coin would just pop out the back. Or at that point, you could pop it out the front. Well, I'm trying to avoid non 3D printed parts. The only reason I'm even considering that built in shuttlecock is then I could eliminate these 3 screws. Or still use the screws, but not have to, well, no, you'd still have to unscrew it to get the maker coins out. I guess that happens no matter what. Hmm. Yeah, there's no way around that. Although I could add threads to this or clasps so that you don't need screws to put this together. I don't mind the screws though. I'm thinking about inverting the screws, having the 2 down here and the 1 up here. And then I can make these 2 slots that this would just click into. And then you'd have just a single screw. Which would be very handy. In fact, that's handy enough that that's exactly what we're going to do. Yeah. The only reason I did it this way was because this was originally the opening. Now that this is not the opening, I can do that. Let's make you go away. Let's make you go away. Okay. Now that is a triangle, so I should be able to rotate this. Why can't I rotate it? No, that's right. It has to be um it has to be equidistant on X and Y, so it has to be even numbered. So I still need a master ring. Okay. You and you. Align on you. Center. Center. Okay. You and you. Let me rotate 180. There we go. Hide. Oh, I need that. I'll bring you over. Oh, you asshole. Bring you over here. Why are you doing that? That should not be separated. There we go. Hide. 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 Oh, why do you always gotta do this? Oh, stop it. What is your fetish with the red? Grr. And you're not going to change color? Seriously? You didn't even join it, you piece of shit. No! Do this one first. Okay. Okay. Now, do I have everything selected? Oh, that's all it is. Just a one. That's right. Okay. So you and you align on you here and here. Then we take you and you. We rotate you 180. There we go. No, I don't need you. Well, I might need you. Oh, I got two pieces there. There we go. You and you. There we go. Let's hide you for now. Let's hide the two of you for now. Let's hide you for now. So we're only messing with this. How do I want to handle this? I think I want to just join this for now. Okay. And then take this. That should work. There we go. Delete the extra. Nope. I thought there was extra. There is extra. That one has to stay a whole. There we go. Do that. Do that. There. Now these two will snap into place. And that one is the only one that actually requires me to undo the screw. Okay. Let's do you a bundle. Hide you. Do you a bundle. You're already a bundle. Okay, good. Good. Sweet. So you see here, these two will act as latches. They'll just click into place. And then this one will screw in. This way, you only have to undo and redo one screw to open this up. Okay. I like. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Now, to make this so that anybody can make this, all you need is this part right here. That's it. And then the two holes to go through your maker coin. So you make your maker coin 250 millimeters across, like that. You slap one in on one side, one in on the other side, and then that's it. You just put these little slots in there. So I'll make a tool to allow you to do that, and then you just um, attach them together. True. However, we can cheat. And you know how much I love cheating. Let's think. The problem is, I don't think I have the skills to do it properly. So, the solution to what you're talking about, first of all, just get rid of this embossing and make this flat and flush like this side is. Um, and what that'll allow me to do is to have these extend up and then have a cavity in the gray. So this way there'd be no poop at all. This would simply slide into that. But I don't have that kind of skill. I'd rotate these around so that these slots lined up with these slots here. Um, that can be done. I don't know if it's worth it for me to do that kind of work. You can for yours, but I don't think I want to do that kind of work. That's a lot of work for not much gain in my book. Okay. All right. But yeah, there's a few ways to do that. I can also print little shims like 1 layer thick and have slots to accept them into here. Um, yeah, that would work. You could do that. You already have your alignment here. Let me show you what that would look like. Okay. All right. So I would take that. I would duplicate this, turn it into a hole, attach it to that. This is now the exact right size for the cutaway. I would then extend this way. And this way. Like that. And then we would shift it this way. Where the hell's the goddamn numbers? Where's the fucking numbers? Why are the numbers gone? There they are. Now, why do I have a slot there? Where'd that slot come from? Did you see that? Yeah, what is that there for? That show. Oh, that's one of the. No, I don't know what the hell that is. And why do I have no numbers again? Oh, it's all the way down here? Why? Why would it be all the way down there? Weird. What is that? I have no idea what that is. Oh, it's the screw hole. That's what that is. I just have to come on that side of the screw hole. I was like, what in the world is that? That's what it is. There we go. Okay. Then we take this, so we move it this way. Negative 0.4. This just give you a basic idea of how this would work. And we put a master ring here. Line. Line. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 30. No, 60. Duplicate. Come on. There we go. Now I'm just going to show you one of them. You could fine tune and adjust this, of course. We take this and cut. And now we have this little insert here. And you could print a single layer of orange, and then glue it in there or slot it in there. There's a few different ways you can do that, but you get the idea. Okay. But I like it. All right. Let's get this assembled. Let's duplicate. Okay. Okay. So, maker chip. Let's just call it a maker chip bank. It's not Z maker chip, you dumbass. Maker chip bank. Back. Back. Okay. All right. All right, now how do I clean this up a little bit? All right, let's get rid of this. Let's work on this. Okay. So this, we're going to make it for a 12, 1.2 millimeters thick. Absolutely not what I wanted you to do. It must be double joined. There we go. Yep, it was double joined. Okay. 1.2. 1.2. Okay. All right. Control D. Invert. 3.72. Come on. Control D. Invert. 3.72. And we're going to change you to gray. Hide. Hide. Change you to gray. Join you all together. Oh, wait a minute. One more thing first. There it is. God damn it. I just noticed it grabbed the whole goddamn board again. Why? I don't know. Tinkercad. Why? Come on. Just grab the damn thing. Tool. Rear. Export. Okay. Now we take all this. For Christ's sake. Why do you insist on selecting everything? Okay. All right. Now we take this and this. Why is it doing that? Let's try cleaning this up. 250 by 250. Increase the number of sides. Why did you do that? Okay. Let's do 1.1. And let's go down 1. Minus 1. Let's go 1.2. 1.3. 1.4. Still wants more, huh? 2. Oof. Okay, let's do it. All right. We want to hide you. We want to hide you. Join. Okay. Now we bring you back. Okay. Now we take you, and we join. Okay. Okay. Bank. Back. Black. export. Magenta, pink, and orange. Bundle. Okay. Shuttle. Okay. Let's split it. So we should have this, and this, and this, and this. So, front. Oh, wait a minute. I need a front tool. Let's do that. There it is. Front dash tool. All right, export. This way I can give you guys the tools to do this yourself. Actually, there's a way I could do it all as one piece. No, there isn't. It's too bad there's no way to align origins in Tinkercad. Like import 3STLs and then tell it align origins. It's too bad there's no easy way to do that. Because that would simplify a lot of things. Okay, so front, black. Export STL. Front, orange. Pink. And white. There. Rebundle. Okay. I now have all the STL files necessary. Okay. Hmm. All right. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else to do to it. Hmm. You know, I can make this work a lot better if I made that first layer gray. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Mm-hmm. It'll be super easy to add too. Literally, all I have to do is add a 0.4 millimeter bottom. That's that hole. That's those holes. That's those holes. Take you and hide you. Take you and hide you. Oh, yep. Okay. Two 250 by 250. 75. Really? Really? Dirtbag. So we'll make this 0.4. So it's exactly one layer thick. Then to make sure we overlap, 0.42. Okay. And take this and this and join. Turn this into a duplicate, a hole, join it with this to make sure they do not physically overlap. Okay. Okay. And I should be able to just do this. Wait a minute. I should be able to hide this. Do this. Uh-huh. This and this need to be together. Just for making future editing easier. Okay. Bring it all back. I need you and you all the way through. Oh, no bueno. What? Oh, all right. We join you all together. That is so not what I wanted you to do. Oh, it's still processing. That's why. Oh, it doesn't go all the way through. Okay. Screw you. There we go. There we go. This way, the first layer is a single color and is far less likely to fail. It'll also make sure these are all glued together. Good. That means I have to delete all those and do again. All right. So the front, the tool stays the same. Okay. Okay. And we need to delete this one. What? That goes. So, make sure they match. It would suck if they didn't match. What the fuck? Skank. There we go. There you go. Now the parts all match. And a base. Base. I did not type V. I refuse to admit I mistyped it. The computer screwed up. Okay. Oh man. Oh, I gotta stretch my leg out. It is not happy. All right. I'll think about a way to bring the orange back. We'll see how that goes. That's a lot of work if you want to do it without waste. The easiest way would be to put a slot here, an open slot, and then you just print a single layer and slide the piece of plastic in. No glue would be required, but that would be your easiest way to do that. Mm. I'm okay with this though because it's going to be a nice glittery, pretty plastic, so I'm okay with that for now. A transition roll would be pretty nice for this too. Okay. So 4 prints. Actually, I could print all of this in one shot. So I could do it in 3 plates. 1, 2, and then these two together. All right. I'm gonna call that good for a test print. Meaning, even if I have to improve it, this is finished enough that it won't be wasted. You know, worst case scenario, you can sit this at a table or put on display, whatever. It won't be wasted plastic. Now, I do have one other option of something I can do, and I'm really actually thinking about doing it. You notice how this is a separate piece? Well, I can make the back a separate piece as well. I could print that as a separate piece, and it could also have screw holes to go into the part. Um, Now, the reason to do that is that now if you want to modify this center or alter this center or do something in some way to the center of the guts, the core of this unit, you can do that without reprinting the very plastic expensive scales. So consider these scales like on a knife. Um, so you could redesign this part, and as long as these screw holes are in the same spot, um, you can just unscrew your scales from the old design to the new design. So that is an option. And because this is a single color print without the other scale, you know, this thing here is a single color print. You won't be wasting as much plastic or time because you just have to reprint this and then rescrew it together again. Now, if we're going to do that, these holes would have to go all the way through. Hmm, that's interesting. How do I want to do that? For now, I'm just going to print this and see how it works. That would make it a lot easier to make tools for you guys, though. Yeah, that would make that more possible, wouldn't it? Yeah. Because all you need is that. Now, if I make a master ring part of it, damn little gnats, man. Yeah. All I gotta do is make this bigger than this. Align, align, turn this into a hole. First, let's shorten it like that. Turn it into a hole and join it with this. There. Now it's part of it. Now the reason to do this is now centerable. So you can now import your own um, um, scale. And then all you have to do is grab the two of these. Um, fixate on this one. Bingo, bango. There you go. You're all done. Well, no, not quite done. How do I fix that? How do I fix that? I would need you to follow instructions. Okay. Drop. Mm. So if I do this, join. Okay. So I could do this there. I could do this here. And take this and this, join. And then this is the measurement, 12.6. Because this is going to come in like this. So to do this right, um, you have to bring this in, and you're going to have to drop this, negative 12.6. And now it's in the right position. Okay. Okay. Ring tool. Tool. Ring. And you just have to make sure you make your scale 5 millimeters thick. That's what I did, right? Why is that 5.39? As long as it's approximately 5, it's good. Okay. Good. Okay. This- Oh, I could make that part of the tool as well. It's probably not a bad idea, actually. Okay. It's shorter than the rest, which means I can make this part of it. Okay. Yeah, this will put your slot in and it'll put your holes in all at the same time. Okay. After I do the test print, I think I will do because I'm getting tired. I think I will do the make this a removable scale because that'll make making the tool easier, and that'll also make I'll be able to combine the different cut tools, and they'll be able to self-align. Okay. I'm going to print a crude copy of this over the next week, and we'll see how it comes out. I really hope the little Pringles shuttlecock thing works. It should. I mean, it's pretty simple in concept. As long as your maker coins are the 40 by 3 millimeters, maker chips. All right. That's it, guys. I'm going to call for today. If you could think of anything else you want me to try, I'll try it. I'm going to push these holes all the way through. Make the back a scale as well. Um, oh, stop being lazy. Just do it. Sometimes it's really hard not to be lazy. Why can't I find that piece? There it is. Okay. Did I already clean this up? No, I did not. Oof. 12.6. All right, Control D. No, I don't want to do that. I just do. I'm just about to create 5 millimeters thickness of poop. No reason to do that. What just separated? That separated. Okay. 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 Let's add a little thickness to the back here. $250 by $250. Huh? .4. Not what I asked you to do. Absolutely not what I asked you to do. There we go. There we go. All right, let's hide you, hide you, hide you. Join. That cleans up the bottom nicely. Still shines through. Oh, looks clean. Okay. Yep, that's clean. All right. Okay. Do this. We take this, we duplicate it. Okay. We unlock it. We delete this one. We relock it. Oh, it's already done. You and you. Align on you. There and there. And then we attach this and this. We join them. All right, it's the same drop, 12.6. Tool front, tool rear. Okay. Now we take this, we join it with this. That gets us our slot, as well as our screw holes. Good. All right, the scales look good. Okay, now we need to delete those extra files again. Maker chip back. So these three need to go. This needs to tool rear. 1225, 105, 105. So 1225 is gone. All right, front, base, tool, front and rear. Okay. So now we're going to do rear. Or let's do back. Orange. Quart. Pink. Black. Okay. Bundle. Okay. Okay. Now I want to put drop. That clears that. Just so these walls have a little more stability. I want to put a bottom on them. Okay. All right. But first I need to also modify the screw holes. Okay. Okay. Center. This is body. Okay. There. Now they're properly done scales. Only the top two screws have to actually be taken out. And then now if I redesign this, you just have to reprint this. And then move your scales over to the new piece. That'll make it much more compatible. .4. This should also be 5.4. I hate when it changes it. Okay. Awesome. All right, that's it. Once I confirm that I can actually print this and assemble it, I will work on instructions for you guys to make it easier for you guys to put this together. Basically, you'll take your maker coin and you'll skin both sides of it like this, getting rid of the center, the front and the back. You'll make it 250 by 250 by 5.4 millimeters. You'll then grab the front and rear tools, bring both into Tinkercad, drop the tool 12.6 millimeters, both of them, align and merge them with the two scales, and that's it. Print out your scales. And then you just print this and this and this. And again, this you can modify any way you want. You only need this part right here. You can make this whatever you want. Actually, I might as well do that. Let's see. Uh-huh. Really? It's the last piece? Shuttle blank. There's a blank shuttle. So you want to add your own diagram to it. You'll be able to do that. Use 2 1/2 or 3/4 inch screws. I think 2 1-inch screws might work. So pretty much any screws you want. I would do at least, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah. Okay. I'm happy. I actually cleaned it up and did it right instead of futzing about. I might put a little holder on the side here to grab the shuttle so it's not just dangling. All right. I'm getting out of here. I haven't even had breakfast yet. I'm starving. So I'm going to go make something to eat. You guys have a great day. Is it done? Oh yeah, it is done. Yay! Yeah, it's not warping, but it wants to. Boy, does it want to. So I just finished printing those for the drawer. Let's see if these are still loose. Yeah, they're loose. That should be tighter than that. I mean, I can add a little glue, but that defeats the point. It should be a friction fit. I wonder why it's so loose now. It's like the bamboo is under extruding. Yeah, usually when I print these, I over extrude when I print those handles. All right, you guys have a great day. Don't forget to PayPal and Zelle. Don't forget my Amazon and Patreon. However you want to join or help, especially if you're going to do any kind of Prime Day shopping. Either use the link in the description to go to my Prime Day page, or just go to Nerys.com, click on the Amazon link, and that's good for 24 hours unless you click on someone else's link. Remember, it doesn't count for stuff that's already in your shopping cart. So you gotta save for later, and then click on my link and then add it to your shopping cart. I am. How far off am I? I am. We are at 1308. So another $312 in sales, and I'll get a $35 bonus. And oh, you guys can't see that. And so we'll see what happens with that. I don't think I've gotten yesterday's sales yet, so hopefully I did a few sales yesterday, and we'll get this above 1620, and I'll get 35 bucks for free. I like free money. So, ooh, that's pretty. I love roll top boxes. They're just nice. There is something else I wanted to print. Jug, cup holder. There it is. I've been wanting to print one of these. Add that to my list. Yeah. I'm gonna have to slice it myself though, because I want to slice it with a 0.8 millimeter nozzle. Alrighty, that's good. The hype chains are done. The toolboxes are being printed. We got the new Baker chip bank, and we even have a crude functionality to deliver coins as well as receive them. That's pretty cool, I think. I hope. It's an old version. Let's delete that. Okay. All right. You guys have a great week. I'll keep you posted on Discord as well.